Jerry Lucas won basketball championships in high school, college, the Olympics, and the NBA. He was the Ohio High School Player of the Year in 1957 and 58. He was NCAA Division I Player of the Year in 1961 and 1962. He shared leading scoring honors with Oscar Robinson on the 1960 U.S. Olympic gold medal basketball team. He was NBA Rookie of the Year in 1964. He was 7-time NBA All-Star. He was the All-Star Game Most Valuable Player in 1965. He was selected to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 1980. He was named one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history in 1996. Yes, Jerry Lucas was unquestionably a great basketball player. In the 1960s and 70s, he was one of the most dominant players in the NBA. But how would he compare with the best in the game from the 80s, 90s, and today? Let's examine the stats.
During his 11 years in the NBA, Lucas shot 50% from the field. He connected on 78% of his free throws. He dished out more than 3 assists a game from his position as center or power forward. He averaged 17 points per game and an amazing 15.5 rebounds per contest. The top center in the NBA for the past decade has been Shaquille O'Neal. O'Neal at 7'1" is much taller than Lucas. O'Neal has averaged 11.6 rebounds per game entering this past season. That's almost 4 rebounds less per game than Lucas averaged in his entire career. In fact, the only major statistical categories that O'Neal leads Lucas in are field goal percentage and points per game. With Lucas' incredible range and classic running hook, perhaps the most accurate comparison to today's NBA stars would be at the power forward position. So how does Lucas stack up to Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and Dirk Nowitzki? While they all shoot about 50% from the field, only Nowitzki was more accurate from the free throw line, 90% to 78%. When it comes to finding the open man, only Garnett has averaged more assists per game than Lucas. None of the 3 modern-day players comes close to Lucas when it comes to snatching rebounds. Lucas has out-rebounded Duncan by over 3.5 boards per game, Garnett by more than 4 boards per game, and Nowitzki by an amazing 6.5 rebounds per game. If these comparisons aren't enough to convince you that Lucas could play with anyone, how about comparing him to legends like Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, and Karl Malone? Lucas' average of 15.5 rebounds per game is almost 4 boards per game better than Barkley's. Malone and Bird averaged over 5 less rebounds per game than Lucas. It is not difficult to imagine Lucas playing in today's NBA, draining threes from downtown and lofting his running hook shot over the outstretched hand of O'Neal for 2, or perhaps it's a last-second tip-in against Duncan or Garnett.
The question isn't whether Jerry Lucas could play in the NBA today. The real question is, who could stop Jerry Lucas if he was playing against today's players?
Lucas's NBA career is only part of his success. Along with Harry Lorraine, Lucas co-authored The Memory Book, which became a nationwide bestseller and was number 2 of the New York Times bestseller list for 50 weeks. Overall, he has authored more than 30 books on learning and memory.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to